Take one, Peanut Talks.
Take one, Peanut Talks.
Camera rolling. Silence. Action.
Well, welcome to Peanut Talks. It's a dream for me to host a podcast for a very long time, and I thought the scenario, the setting will be a little bit different. I hope to have this happening on a rooftop terrace, surrounded by a bit more females there as well, and a couple more, I don't know, just a couple more people in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. We'll settle for this backyard. Again, we call our podcast Peanut Talks because peanut is very, I don't know, it's kind of a symbol of a South Indian guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You have it for everything as side dish.
there you go. So side dish, and again, instead of drinks, we have orange juice. So just fair enough. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyway, Sachin, I'm really first of all, thank you so much,
My
and also
pleasure.
congratulations for being here. Ask me why.
Why?
I'm very happy for you, bro. You've been in a nice committed relationship for the last 6 months.
I had to make it a world news
I
now.
had to, bro. So many people thought this day would never come. So let everyone know. Say to all the 3 cameras over here.
Yeah, that I am officially off the
Be a
market.
bit more happy about it, bro.
I'm officially off the market, guys.
You don't seem happy about it, do
I'm
you?
so happy,
No.
bro.
He's so unhappy that he's off the market.
I'm
And-
very happy.
Ask why I said thank you.
Why? Why are you thanking me for?
The last 6 months, every time the clock has hit 11 o'clock in the night, Sachin has just disappeared from whatever he has done. He disappears at 11 o'clock, so at 11:01 he can start going and texting his missus. So I'm very
That's
grateful.
actually not true. That happened
That
once.
you can ask who you have to. I am very grateful. It's 11:15 and Sachin is sitting here staying put, waiting for me to do this podcast. And that just shows the amount of trust you have on this show
Just
and the
commitment.
belief and the investment you made.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Sachin. I
That's
really
okay,
appreciate it. And thank you to your missus as well.
I got single because of the show.
It's for a great cause.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, There you go. All right, so really, Peanut Talks is not about anything in particular. It's just about things that I want to talk about in my life. And yeah, it turns out all the people that I usually talk about don't want to talk to me anymore. So now I have to find a wider audience so I can share my thoughts with. And I thought what would be a good time to launch a podcast with the India-Australia series coming up. Obviously, me and Sachin met through cricket. We had so many memories on and off the field because of it. And yeah, I couldn't think of a better person for me to sit and talk cricket about in a show. So you ready to start with it?
I'm excited. Let's go.
Beautiful.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Finally, the words to hear, rolling. I suddenly feel like Shiva Karthikeyan and Didi Gopinath. Nano should put them
Bro, I'm looking at it, bro. KSI, Logan Paul. I'm over there, bro. I'm gonna start up boxing next.
Fair enough. Next minute, who knows? We might be starting our own energy drink. Preach Sachin. Come up with a name up. Peanut Talks brand. Fair enough. All right. So India Australia Test series. Hype's definitely around it.
Mhm.
Especially Australia hasn't won the Gavaskar Trophy. I think in the last
4 series actually.
4 series,
Yeah.
right? In the last 4 series. In fact, even I think the last time they won was in 2014.
Yeah.
The summer where Kohli made a name for himself in Test cricket and Dhoni retired from Test as well. So I think that was the last time they actually won the Gavaskar Trophy. And then after that, it's all just been India. And but yeah, so India's coming here with huge expectations. Obviously, the Australian media, Fox Cricket, has been sucking off Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Bumrah, the usual for them. Obviously, they're going to make their money somehow. So, but yeah, let's just rewind a little bit. So, go back a month ago. We had the India-New Zealand series. Yeah, just finished off the Bangladesh series. The India-New Zealand series is coming up. And at this point, everyone's talking about, who's India going to be facing in the World Test Championship final, because it was almost a given that we were going to make it to the World Test Championship final. And in comes New Zealand. Out of nowhere, they play out of their asses. Beat India 3-0 at home, a historic whitewash.
Ridiculous.
So many questions
Yeah.
asked. Rohit Sharma was under fire. Gautam Gambhir, I know you don't like Gautam Gambhir. He has been getting grilled left, right, and center. So Yeah, just give your thoughts. What happened? What happened in the last series? What's gone wrong?
It was surprising, wasn't it? It was surprising to actually lose a series in India. I think it's after 12 years. I think the last time we lost was against England in
England,
2012. So
I didn't move to Australia. Even like 2012 was still in India.
Yeah,
that's how long ago it was.
Yeah, that's how long it was. Yeah. So we haven't, and I think when India was against Kohli's captaincy, we were expecting to win in
India
in other conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like winning in India was just like it was just given.
It was given,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
It was granted for us. So watching New Zealand, especially after losing Sri Lanka series, coming and winning in India, that to whitewash, I think, that's surprised everyone. I think the whitewash didn't surprise me personally, but then losing the series did. The first two test matches was just honestly shit. Like I think the first test in Bangalore, the first session, you just knew what India was up against. You knew that New Zealand was prepared, and India just wasn't good enough for them. So I think that sums it up.
And then why is that so? Is it just like because the players didn't care, they didn't put value on the wickets? Because let's be honest, it's the batting that cost the whole test series. I think in the entire series, you only had the one Centurion, Sarfraz Khan. But even him, other than a one innings, was a losing cause. But still, even apart from that one innings, even he had like very low scores throughout the series. So the batting was an issue, and I think our bowling wasn't as good as the New Zealand spinners. Obviously, Santner was in a form of his life. The other guy, I don't know, some taxi driver guy came to bowl. I forgot his name.
Ajaz Patel.
Yeah, that one. Would you? He came to bowl, and even the fast bowlers are pretty good.
I think the fast bowlers are great for them. I think that's what we won the test for them. I think the biggest thing for India was the top four batsmen. I don't think, actually none of them scored once, to be honest. I think Jaishwar made about 250s, but then Rohit Sharma I don't think he even went past 20 or 30 in any test. Kohli, actually the stat is that Rohit Sharma and Kohli made less than 100 runs
in the entire series. And they played all the 6 innings. All the 6 innings.
So I think that just shows you that the top four isn't strong enough. And the shot selection from any batsman that walked in. From the openers, from Rohit Sharma stepping out in Bangalore against Tim Saudi in a swinging condition.
My guy Kohli was trying to sweep the dirt off the pitch.
Full toss. Those things that you don't see from test bat, you don't see from legends like Rohit Sharma and Kohli. I don't know the last time I saw Kohli sweep a full toss like
exactly.
that.
I don't know when's the last time Kohli even sweep. Period. Yeah.
So I think it was just mentally the team wasn't there. I don't think it's a skill set because again, you're playing at home condition. The skills are gonna be. You grew up in these conditions, right? But I don't think it was the skills. I think it was just the mentality that was not just there. I think they were actually looking ahead into the Australia series or the World Test Championship, and I think they added self-belief that they're going to win against New Zealand like they did against Bangladesh. But yeah, it's just something that just didn't work for them.
I just realized real quickly that we're out here talking shit about Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and all these people. And I know as soon as you release this somewhere, some guy is gonna act as if we cheated with his wife or something. So just tell them, why do you think you're fit to talk about
credentials?
Kohli? Yeah, your credentials.
I think we have great credentials when it comes to cricket. Start playing cricket, under 11s, under 13s, captain of under 13s and 15s team, opening batsman.
They still think he plays for under 13, under 15s.
Yeah, every time I walked in. And then, I think under 15s, under 17s actually, I made 69 runs out of 50 overs. That's a test batsman quality right there.
69 runs.
Yeah, exactly 69. I didn't want to get the 70 and retire. I wanted to get 69.
I told you that. He's very sad being off the market.
And then absolute slow medium swing bowler, opening bowling in seniors.
Slow the ball goes reverse when he releases the ball.
Yeah, right. If I'm bowling against the wind, it doesn't reach the batsman. But again, even that bowling got me 5 first in that week. So I think I'm, fit to say that I've got enough credentials.
Little flex right there. Yeah, fair enough. And
what about you, Preet?
Personally, call me the Harsha Bhogle, bro. That's how Harsha Bhogle played cricket, but he still comments them, right? So
that's true.
That's me. I sit in the slips. I talk shit to the batsman. I talk shit to my own people sometimes, to my own players. And yeah,
I think we're gonna recap a bit. Is that Preet and I started this podcast way earlier, even before podcast was even a thing. in like 2014 against our own team. Because we didn't know what to do. We used to be in slips or fine reg or something. So we used to talk about our own team in Tamil.
I talk shit about the white captain of my team from fine leg. Sachin will be all the way mid off. And yet, I had to like say something to him because the bloody guy made me stand up fine leg the whole day. But different story.
So yeah. What do you think, Preet? What do you think about India's current form?
Yeah, see, obviously, like, India's current form, like, see, coming into Australia, right, who's been the one guy that, has always, like, looked like he's going to score, runs for fun, especially against Australia? Yeah, Kohli. And fair to say, Kohli, since, COVID, since 2019, he hasn't been the king that we call him. In his last 4 years. Yes, there's been 100 here and there. I think there was one against Australia in India.
The 180, yeah.
And then there was like 100 against West Indies, but you don't really count the West Indies in Test cricket, do you? But yeah, so his form is a big question, and I still think he's only in the team because of the legacy that he's had in the past. Yeah. It's an amazing resume that he has. I think he has endorsed the game really well.
Yeah.
I think cricket is like, and it's a global sport, but it just, went to that level, like, competing with, like... He's the face of cricket. He's the face of cricket. Like, you have, like, the Messi, Ronaldo, LeBron James, and Kohli.
That's true.
He's the face of cricket. And, yeah, but if it was any other batsman who was going through a slump like him, they would have got dropped by now.
Oh, yeah, ages ago, I think.
But, we hope, Kohli gets into what he is. A lot of people, hope that Australia is the place where Kohli will really find this merger again. And obviously Rohit Sharma, again, not a huge fan of Rohit Sharma, the Test captain.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into all that stuff that happened before. Rohit Sharma took the captaincy with Kohli getting sacked and all that stuff. But it is what it is. Rohit Sharma is the Test captain now. I don't think he's
fit to be captain.
I'm not saying fit to be captain. I'm not saying
I think, but Ambani's gonna come against.
Let's choose our words carefully. Ambani might bomb my house or something. He is a good captain, but again, I think Test cricket requires, like, that a skill set, like captaincy skill set that I don't think Rohit Sharma has it yet. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
And again, so as I said, batsmen, like as you said, the openers are struggling, and even with the current score right now, before I think Shubman Gill is injured, he's not going to play the first test.
Rohit Sharma's not playing the first test.
Rohit Sharma chose to have a baby, so again, I don't know if whether to be happy for him or be sad for the country, but something.
That's true.
I'm happy for you, Rohit Sharma, but at the same time, country comes first. There used to be a legend called, Tala MS Dhoni didn't even go home for the birth of his child, but not everyone can become Tala. That's why it's Tala. Anyhow, but what else? Like, we are bowlers as well, especially.
Yeah, I was gonna actually mention that.
People keep saying like India has an amazing pace bowling attack. India has so many options, and I think to myself, do they though? Because you look at this. I saw this stat the other day. The total Test wickets taken by all the fast bowlers or all the pace bowlers, including Nitish Reddy, Harshit Rana, all the pace bowlers in the current squad, is not even equal to
Josh Hazelwood. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I think we've got 260 or something combined with Bumrah.
Exactly, something like that.
We've got Josh Hazelwood 274.
Yeah, Josh Hazelwood single-handedly has more wickets than all of them. So the squad is lacking experience, the pace bowling, because the only guy that I can see that's missing from the squad is Mohammad Shami.
Yep.
And I don't know what he looks fit. He's playing Ranji, but I don't know why he didn't make the plane over here.
He just. I think it was just his comeback match. No one was expecting him to actually come back straight into that form. I think he's actually surprised a lot of people.
Fair enough. But yeah, so it's an inexperienced bowling attack.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot's going to rely on Bumrah. And I don't know if Bumrah can play all the 5 test matches. It's Australia. It's 5 test matches. I don't know how he's going to pull through that.
The thing that I've got is, like, if you compare it with Australian bowling right now, you don't have, like, say if you can give, like, Mitchell Stark a rest, they can just fit Scott Bowen in there. Someone who's experienced in shared cricket and also has some international experience at this point. India doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You can't pull Bumrah, and then what are you gonna put? Ashit Rana?
Ashit Rana.
Like,
ridiculous, isn't it?
that's actually like, I don't know what. First of all, looking at Ashit Rana's stat, he had decent for 10 matches he's played.
Yeah.
He's got like 35 wickets or something.
Close to 50, I think.
Close to 50, yeah. But then he hasn't played. You can't bring a new debutant to Australia like that.
I know.
He was in the team for the New Zealand series, the third test. But he was in the squad. I mean, he was in the starting 15. But I don't know why they didn't make him debut in that Mumbai test.
Especially when he was going to play.
He was going to play in Australia,
in Australia, yeah.
So I think this is what I mentioned, the coach and the team. I don't know and the captain. I don't know who makes a decision in this team, but it's not been the right decision. Akash Deep, he already played 2 tests in that series.
Yeah.
So let's drop him and let's bring in Ashit Rana, give him that first international debut at home conditions.
I mean, Bumrah was dropped for the 3rd test match, and Siraj played instead of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you could have.
But they've got international experience. They played in Australia before. Rest them. I don't think Siraj had to play that 3rd test because we already lost the series.
Yeah.
And if anything, playing in Mumbai in a red soil pitch, you already know the fast bowlers aren't going to be doing that much. It's going to be spinners that's going to win the game for you.
I mean, it's a tough call because you're trying to still like save face. There's still World Cup Championship points on the line. I don't think they really they played the 3rd test to test out people for Australian tour. I think they wanted to actually win it. Maybe the story would have been different if they won the first 2 games against New Zealand. Yeah. They might have played Ashit Rana in the 3rd test match.
But I think, to my opinion, you could have at least dropped Akash Deep and then Siraj, one experienced bowler, and put Ashit Rana there. I didn't see the point of playing Akash Deep, who's already played international tests just before.
Yeah.
And then not put Ashit Rana, and then are you going to debut him in Perth or in Brisbane? That's where there's actually pace and bounce.
And then, so that's Ashit Rana. I mean, clearly there's something, Gautam likes him, likes the KKR quota from him. Yeah. So,
and also Delhi.
Oh, Delhi guy as well. So yes, there's something that maybe he has Gambhir's nudes or something, but whatever, he made it to the squad somehow. And then the other guy that was surprised, I think he's a good talent, but Nitish Kumar Reddy, I don't know where he came from. Okay, yeah, fine, fair enough. South Indian boy, Telugu boy. I shouldn't be talking shit about Telugu. I can't talk shit about Telugu people, but I still have to, ask the question: where did he come from? I know he did well in the IPL, but it's the IPL. It's not.
Yeah, again, I don't like that we pick teams out of IPL, test teams out of IPL performance.
No, but has he done anything in first class?
Yeah, he has done pretty well in first class as an all-rounder.
Yeah?
Yeah, and also he did pretty well in India and Australia A tour games.
Okay.
He showed some potential.
Yep.
To someone compared Mitchell Marsh.
So you're comparing him to Mitchell Marsh?
Not saying that he's good as Mitchell Marsh.
Yep.
But is that they're going to pick him like that. Someone who can come in and score a quick 40 runs, who can give you about 10 overs.
Well, I'm on Cricinfo right now, and I can't see any stats for him in first class. So either Cricinfo pick your game up and find Nitish's first class starts, or he hasn't played first class matches at all. What are you saying, Sachin?
I saw him play in India and Australia game, and I thought he was decent bat.
Yeah.
And also he bowled medium pace. So I think that's the only reason he's in the team. I think India, I think we've always been in this fantasy of wanting a fast bowling all-rounder. This happened in 2018. We went to England for the World Cup. We took Vijay Shankar instead because Hardik Pandya was injured.
Fair enough.
I think since Hardik Pandya came in the picture and how well he did for us, we've had an add-on for any fast ball all-rounder that comes into the limelight.
But we need someone like that, especially in Australia, right?
You can't put new players like this. But I think that's the only reason Nitish Rana is. I do back him.
One second, never mind. I take that. I apologize to ESPN. I found the stats for him. The stats, here's what it is. He's played 23 matches in first class.
Yep.
He's only made 800 runs at 21.05 average. That's pretty average.
Pretty average, yeah.
I think below average, if at all. But he's also took 56 wickets bowling. So
I told you, you're not going to expect him to come and make a ton. But if he gives you a last quick 30 runs, and then...
Well, you make him bat at 8?
You back him, yeah.
Yeah,
make him bat at 8, and then he bowls you like 10 overs. Something like... Very similar to Glenn Phillips.
Glenn Phillips?
Yeah. I think Glenn Phillips was very effective when you talk about the last series. He took 8 wickets.
Yeah.
That's as equal. I think Ashwin took 9 wickets when you compare that. So, I think if Nitish Rana does something like that, where even if he takes 12 wickets in the 5 test matches, or if he plays 2 test matches, he takes 5 wickets, but he picks up any wicket, I think that's a good contribution. And in I think batting, if he makes, I think in Australia, with the batting lineup and the informed players we got right now, I think the important thing is going to be these last 30-40 months. It's how we almost won the England series. For example, when Mohammad Shami and Bumrah scored the Lords runs, it's going to be something similar to that.
So, what I'm trying to understand, so there's always a debate when India plays overseas, and I'm glad that you brought the point about Ashwin. How many spinners do you play? What's the combination you're going to go with? Are you going to go with 6 batsmen, 5 bowlers? Are you going to go with 6 batsmen, 1 all-rounder, and then 4 bowlers?
Well,
what are you gonna? How will the combination be?
I think 6 batsmen is definitely for sure. So you're gonna go with the usual
top 6, usual 6,
and then
so I think right now with Gill injured, I think Rahul will most likely be opening.
So I think Rahul will definitely be in the first test because even Rohit Sharma isn't there.
I think Rohit Sharma is definitely ruled out.
Rohit Sharma, he's not playing the first test.
He's not playing the first test.
So you've got, I think my team would be obviously Yashwal, then Rahul.
Yeah.
And then the number 3 will be a debate. Either Kohli would come in number 3.
No.
Or you're going to put Sarfaraz Khan.
At number 3.
Yep. I don't think there's anyone else to be in number 3 at this point.
We're going to put Sarfaraz Khan at number 3. I think Sarfaraz Khan, he has an amazing domestic record. But I don't know. I'm not convinced that he's going to be able to survive in Australia. Especially against Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins.
Yeah.
At Perth?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to survive again.
A full-length ball is going to go above his head. That's with
Yashwal as well.
No, but I'm just saying, Sarfaraz is like,
Yeah. Well, that's a funny thing is even they also made David Padikkal stay back.
Yeah, Padikkal's in the squad now. Yeah.
So they could potentially make Padikkal debut as well.
Padikkal has debut. He's already played.
Well, they might make him play against the first test. But then you've got the usual Kohli, Pant.
At 4.
Yep.
Pant at 5.
Pant at 5.
5 or 6.
I think it goes 6. Actually, Pant 5.
Pant's usually at 6.
The debate is who's going to be 6 now.
So who are your options? What's the squad looking like?
Let's go.
All right. So looking at the squad,
Yeah.
What do you see? What do you see with the potential, starting 11?
Yeah, like we just said. So obviously, Rohit Sharma and Gill is that.
Yeah.
So you need someone. I think you need a new opener.
So yeah, Jaiswal at number 1.
Jaiswal number 1, obviously.
Number 1,
I think it's either between KL or Ishwan.
Ishwan.
They also made Padikkal stay back, but I don't think it's 2 left-handers. I don't think that's gonna work.
But Ishwan hasn't even debuted. At least Padikkal has a couple of test matches.
Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna open the 2 left-handers.
So you're gonna start with
Ishwan.
Ishwan is a right-hand bat.
Right-hand. That's what I'm saying. Padikkal will be like 2 left-handers.
Okay, yeah.
So Ishwan, I think he has a great first-class record.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I think I'll start with Ishwan. As much as David Padikkal did make a 90 in the India A match, I think I'd go with Ishwan just for the right-hand combination, or I would go with Jaiswal, KL for experienced openers.
Yep.
Padikkal at number 3, another left-hander. Then Kohli at number 4, Sarfaraz number 5, Pant number 6, or you can switch it around if need to be.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pick Ashwin for the Perth test, just because of the bounce that he gets.
Yeah.
I think he's very similar to Nathan Lyon, and he also has the bunny against Smith and Ravishing.
True.
He's taken them I think Smith 12 times or something, Ravishing about 7 times now. And also Travis said being a left-hander, Ashwin is great with left-handers.
That doesn't really matter in Test cricket though. All these matchups,
It does.
Off spinners, bowling lefties.
It definitely does. I think the matchup does matter.
Okay.
Especially in Test match. I don't think one day matters a lot.
I think one day it matters more than Test matches.
I think with Test matches, for example, Ashwin's taken Ben Stokes 14 times or 13 times now. There's just a knack for them, and it plays them into game with the batsman. So I think I'll pick Ashwin as my spinner. And then you've got the regular fast bowlers. So you've got Jasprit Bumrah, Siraj.
Oh, so you're going to play Ashwin ahead of Jadeja?
Yes.
So Ashwin's going to be a lone spinner and Jadeja's not going to play.
I don't think you're going to play 2 spinners in Perth. Look, to what I've seen in reports, it's going to be the old backup. It's going to be the 2018 kind of Perth wicket, where it's going to have bounce, it's going to have pace.
I get it, but you do realize in this last 4 years, Jadeja has actually been one of the top run scorers for India in this period.
Are you going to go with run scorers, or you also need to take 20 wickets?
No, but you also need people to score runs.
Yeah, but that's why you got the first 6
I
batsmen.
don't think they're gonna drop Jadeja. If at all, if Ashwin plays, it'll be 2 spinners, and Ashwin will be the second spinner.
That's the mistake we did in the World Test Championship.
No, in the World
2 years
Test
ago.
Champ, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
We did that mistake, yes, but I don't know, man.
I think you have to drop Jadeja for this first test, and then I think you have to go to Ashwin just because I believe in his skill set to bowl in Australia better than Jadeja. As much as the batting, yes. If not, you drop Sarfraz, you put Fant at 5 and you put Jadeja at 6.
Okay.
You put Jadeja and you put Ashwin. You gotta drop one batsman to bring.
So you're gonna play with 6 bowlers, 6 genuine
Well,
bowlers.
Jadeja is a genuine batsman, right?
Yes, he's a
His
genuine
stats is good enough
yeah.
to be a genuine batsman at this point. So I think it is a bit controversial, but I think that's what I'm going to go with because I want Ashwin to play against the players that he has an knack to getting at. And then the fast bowlers is you've got Bumrah, Siraj,
and I can already see all the people in Rajkot raiding our houses tomorrow.
I can see coming in just honestly.
It's a beep beep.
Yeah. And then I think my last bowler would be Krishna.
Proceed, Krishna.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to go with Ashit Rana just yet.
Mm.
I think I'm going to go with Prasid Krishna for now.
So even though you like about what Nitish offers you, you're not convinced.
I think I'm going to convince for the first test, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he's been playing the tour matches here as well, Nitish.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But then I don't think you got to go with him at the first place. There's one more batsman that really impressed me, wicketkeeper batsman. It was Jurel. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
You can also play him as if Sarfraz Khan doesn't perform, you can fit him in for Sarfraz Khan.
Just as a batsman, yeah.
Yeah, just as a batsman fielder, yeah. I think that's my team.
So let's recap this. You're saying Jaiswal, Ishwaran
or KL, yeah.
Followed by KL or Devdutt.
Yeah.
And then Kohli, Rishabh Pant. And then at 6, you're saying Sarfraz Khan.
Sarfraz, yeah.
And then 7, Ashwin.
Yeah.
8, you're gonna have Siraj, Krishna, Bumrah.
Yeah.
And who's 11?
That's only 11.
Siraj, no. You said Ashwin at 7.
Ashwin at 7.
8, Siraj.
Yeah.
Krishna, Bumrah.
Oh. 2. We need more.
You need one more.
Oh yeah. So that'll be a toss up between. I think that'll be a perfect time to either fit in Nitish Reddy or you go with another fast bowler and that would be Akashdeep.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I think that's my team.
So coming to my team, so actually more or less I would go with your team, but hopefully a little bit less controversial. My team, I would go Jaiswal 1, Rahul at 2. I really think in Australia you kind of have 2 inexperienced opening batters. It's also Jaiswal's first tour to Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Rahul has been here. He knows what to do. So I think I'll open with Rahul. Number 3. Now that's now this is going to be a tough call. I don't know who to. I'm really not sure who's the number 3 in this team without Gill being there. And just because he has played in the tour teams and he's a top order batter for for his state side, I'll put Padikkal at number 3.
Yeah.
Followed by Kohli. I don't want to put Kohli at number 3. I already feel he's
chasing his 5th star.
He's chasing a lot out. It's just he's out of form.
Yep.
There's not a time to sit in experimenting with him and make him out of position. If you're going to get the best out of him, it's going to be a number 4 no matter what.
Yeah.
So if your openers can come do a job stay there for 15-20 overs, and then when Kohli comes with an older, softer ball, I think that will be better for his form. 5, Sarfraz Khan. 6, I will play Jurel.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Jurel can.
As number 6.
Actually, no. Sorry. 6 will be Rishabh Pant. My bad. 6 will be Rishabh Pant. 7 will be Jadeja.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go 8 Ashwin.
Okay.
I'm gonna play both the spinners. Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna play both the spinners, and I'm gonna go with Bumrah, Siraj, and Prasid Krishna as the fast bowlers.
Right.
And yeah, I know in the Perth pitch, the bowling's probably weak on seam, but if I were to toss up between Akashdeep and Ashwin, at least with Ashwin, I'm getting at least a few more runs. I have a handy all-rounder in there. I have a guy who's been to Australia, who's experienced bowling in Australia.
Mm.
And you never know, once, if the bounce is there, and especially if India's bowling second, Ashwin's going to come into the game in the fourth innings.
Yeah, that's fine.
And with the number of, you have a few left-handers in the Aussie squad. You have Kawaja, you have Travis Head, you have Alex Carey. There are 3 lefties in the top 7.
Yep.
And obviously Ashwin has the wood over Labuschagne Smith. You can play tricks with them. So that's my reason why I want to play Ashwin. And I don't want. I can't drop Jadeja.
Fair enough.
I'm not brave enough. I'm not as ballsy as you to drop Jadeja. I think he's the number 1 test all-rounder.
It's just on, yeah. That's
the number 1
fair,
test all-rounder, and that means something. And every time when we go overseas, he's always given some handy contribution from the bat.
I agree with that.
So I think Ashwin will be at 8, and I
looking at the reports on the pitch and what it's going to behave like. I don't want us to keep making the same mistake of the fantasy of going with 2 spinners.
Yes, you're right.
I know Jadeja and Ashwin have done a lot for the team over the last 10 years, but I just don't think that in Adelaide, definitely I'll go with Jadeja and Ashwin. MCG, yes. SCG, yes. I just don't see it in Perth and Brisbane.
I agree.
Again, with Brisbane, depends on the third test when the pitch reports come out.
Completely agree with you. But again, if you're not to play Ashwin in that spot, you're going to either fill it with your Nitish Reddy, the all-rounder, or you're going to play either Harshit Rana or Akashdeep.
Look, I was just thinking about it while we were talking. I don't think Harshit Rana could be a bad choice for Perth, only because it's going to be a very fast pitch to what they've said. And Akashdeep is a right arm medium fast, while Harshit Rana is actually, he bowls at 140.
But I'm not saying I'm gonna play with Akashdeep though. I don't want.
You don't want him to play, but I don't think that'd be a bad shot.
Ravichandran Ashwin, but see, it's how the thing what I'm trying to say is you can't have too many people playing in your squad. It's only playing for the first time in Australia.
That's true.
You already have.
Look, we're coming with a young team.
Yeah, we come with a young team.
Yeah.
And so you already have Pratik Krishna who's on his first tour to Australia. So you can't, if you're trying to fit 2 bowlers who are going to be playing for the first time. At least with Ashwin, you have experience.
Yeah.
Again, he has faced in Australia. He has the odds against them. So might as well. I feel like instead of going for someone who's just because of the conditions and the pace, I understand that. But again, experience.
Yeah, that's true. I think my shot is definitely 4 fast bowlers.
Yeah, 4 fast bowlers. Yeah.
You can, again, I wouldn't mind swapping on Ashwin, Jadeja, whatever you got has to be done. But I'm definitely 4 fast bowlers, because I don't see the potential of the spinners coming in until the last session.
Yeah.
I mean the last innings. So if India loses the toss and we bowl first, I think I don't want us to regret like how we did in past, test series, playing 2 spinners. And also, I think the concern is that Siraj isn't in form. He hasn't been in form for a while now.
Yeah.
So, Siraj not being in form, I think that's going to bring a massive fast bowling unit gap to be filled. So maybe another bowler might help that. And also, Perth is a very odd condition. So I think if you're going to play with 3 fast bowlers, you got to have them short spells.
You were close, yeah.
And you can't bring a spinner in the first day of the test match in Perth for what they say.
Yeah. If the toss goes against them and India have to bowl first, it's going to be a long.
Yeah. So I'm going with a safer side. Controversial, yet safer.
Yeah.
But I think India is definitely the vulnerable team on paper right now.
The what? Sorry.
It's a vulnerable team.
Vulnerable team. Yeah.
I just don't see them, strong enough. With 2 main batsmen missing, no experienced fast bowlers apart from Bumrah and Siraj.
Yeah.
I think Shami would have been great.
Definitely.
Which
again comes back to my question: is this? They keep saying India has amazing fast bowling bench strength. Is it just overrated?
I see it, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going with a lot of these. We look at them in IPOs, and then we think we're a fast, great unit. I think we had Mayank Yadav last season that was probably the star at pace.
Well, he bowls like 2 matches and spends the next 10 months.
That's what we come up. I think that's where the commentators go as well, saying that India's a great fast bowling unit, and then we come with I think Umar Malik the seasons before that, who's disappeared now. So I think we look at these short stars that come into IPL and disappear.
Mm.
But I think if you look at the core fast bowlers that we've had,
Sorry, bro. You're losing calories.
thanks, bro. I think with the main fast bowlers that we've seen has been that core unit that won the last 2 series in Australia.
Yeah.
Bumrah, Ishant Sharma, Mohammad Shami, Umesh Yadav.
Talking about the previous call, yes, Ishant Sharma workhorse, but another workhorse that's missing in the squad is Pujara.
Yeah.
How big of a loss he's going to be for us?
I already talked about this when the India lost against New Zealand. We're going to miss a solid test batsman. All Australian bowlers, if you ask any of them, they're not afraid of Kohli. They're not afraid of Rohit Sharma. But they are shit scared of Pujara.
And it's not because he actually attacks or anything. He just sits there.
He makes them tired.
Tires them out. Yeah.
Imagine seeing the same guy back for 3 days. You know, like the Sydney test. You know, or like the Brisbane test. He made his slowest test 50 in Brisbane when he won that.
Yeah.
So it gives players like Kohli or Pant to come and play the shots.
Correct.
When someone on the other end, like I think Josh Hazlewood, with his amazing accuracy, I think he was just pinpointed Pujara, and he kept leaving it.
I know.
So I think that's a big relief for Australia.
I know.
But also saying that again, players get old, they retire. Even if Pujara played, this would have been his last series.
It would have. Yeah.
So my question is, are we not grooming any more solid test batsmen in India, or just in the global spectrum of test matches?
Good question, but I think just the way the game is going, you know, with again people term T20 like, you know, your typical South Indian movie villain, you know, for everything you blame it on him. But it is kind of, you know, with T20 there, with this, you know, new thing called baseball coming in.
I fucking hate that shit.
People have, you know, looked at ways that they can, you know, and keep the game entertained, keep the game moving quicker and faster.
Yep.
So they start going for all these guys with, like, you know, flair and, like, you know, all this PR rep and all that stuff. I for one don't think, even if Gill was fit, he should be, you know, he's number 3 test batsman. I don't think, because if you see India's previous number 3 test batsman, you had Pujara, you had Rahul Dravid.
Yeah, you had the solid walls.
You had people that can stay there and bat sessions on sessions. And Gill, you know, I'm not, you know, I think he's a great one-day batsman, but I don't think his technique, especially, like, you know, will suit. Maybe he'll work in Australia, but especially when the ball is moving around, especially when the number 3, I don't think it's the best technique that he has. But again, he has proved me wrong. I think he has been getting a bit more consistent. But yeah, I would love to see how he goes in this tour.
I think this would be a great question if people can answer it as well, saying that, what do you think? Like, you know, I don't see any future batsmen coming up. You can play like Pujara, you know.
Say it. Drop a comment on the comment.
Drop a comment, guys. Or, like, you know, you're the host, you can put a poll or something.
I don't know. You can go for it. Say it.
Guys,
make yourself happy.
So the question is, you know, do you think that we're lacking solid test batsmen in the world now? We can defend and play for the all day and make, you know, they don't care about the strike rate. Drop a comment, guys. I want to know your answers. But
why are you asking them out? Just say.
It's fine, bro. I'll take you for dinner. The best answer, dinner. If it's a go, then no.
Yes. It's yes. Don't worry.
If it's a go, I'd be like, shit. Missed that.
Yeah. Shit, missed that.
She knows cricket, bro. But yeah, I think let's go to the Australian team, right? What do you think?
See, my guy, who is that guy? Mr. Sunny G, yeah? Sunny G was, I saw in, like, one of the interviews he gave, he was so, how do I say, he was so vexed that everyone kept talking about how the Indian team is going to be, what are they going to do coming here, and, like, you know what, he went, like, you know, why is everyone talking about the Indian team, why is the Australian media thinking about how the Indian team is going to play, why is no one asking how the Australian team is going to play? So I'm dedicating this section, especially to you, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. I'm going to talk about Australian cricket team and what their shortcomings are going to be in this series, just so that you can be happy if you watch this, if you ever decide to watch this podcast. So let's start with this.
Yep.
The opening batsman. So I think after David Warner left, they they did such a stupid
They've
thing.
done so much.
No, they only did one thing. They did a stupid thing by making Steve Smith open.
Yeah.
They didn't even ask him. He volunteered himself to open.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's just because Steve Smith was batting so much.
Listen, he's a legend of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think you can deny that. But you've been doing so well at number 4.
Yeah.
Why do you want to come opening when the ball is brand new? The bowlers are fresh. You're probably starting your innings against the best bowlers of the opposition team. And why? Why do you want to do that? I don't know if you're taking one for a team, or if you're just I don't know if you're just solid teamsman, or I don't know if it was just ego that was telling him I'm the best batsman in this team. Why not? I can go bat.
Yeah.
And I understand. See, if you're a good batsman, you should be able to play anywhere. Fair enough. But I don't think
it's a different knack.
It's a different knack. You need to you have to keep playing. Be at it over and over again. So the Steve Smith experiment was dumb, stupid, and unwanted, which put him in a position now where they have to play an opener who has not played in any test matches leading up to this. So who's going to be that partner to Usman Khawaja? So their solution is to play Nathan McSweeney. Now McSweeney, he doesn't open for his first class team, and even in the List A tour matches, he was batting either number 3 or in the middle order. So opening again is completely alien to him. Just how we have a problem with our openers.
Yeah.
We have Nathan McSweeney playing with an aging Usman Khawaja, who's on the wrong side of 30s. So I don't know how much of cricket is left in Khawaja.
I don't think I'd write him down. He came back.
Yeah, he came. I'm not writing Khawaja down. He's known for his comebacks, but again, I think he's 38 now.
38, yeah.
He's 38, and you have McSweeney coming in for his first game in a position that he doesn't bat.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna go. But saying that, you have Labuschagne, you have Steve Smith.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid middle order.
Yeah.
And then I think this is undisputably, I don't care who comes and argues with me, I think you have the best number 5 in Test cricket at the moment in Travis Head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? I don't think you can find a better number 5 now in Test cricket. The guy can literally change the game within a session.
And he loves performing against India, doesn't he?
And he loves performing, beating the shit out of India. Yeah, even in the World Test Championship final, was Travis
World
said.
Cup finals,
World
everything.
Cup, obviously the World Cup finals. It doesn't hurt me, but some people out there will be leave them. But yeah, so Travis said, he can take the game even if Australia's 24-3.
Yeah,
he can come in, he play a few shots and put the pressure back on the bowling side again. So Travis said at number 5. Yeah, Mitchell Marsh at number 6. I think Cameron Green is a massive loss for them.
Okay.
Because I don't. Yes, Mitch Marsh, decent all-rounder, but I think the potential that Green has, and so that's a big loss for them.
Yeah.
But Mitchell Marsh playing at 6, and then you have Carey at 7, and then you have your NSW bowling brigade coming in with Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, and Nathan Lyon. So bowling wise, they're sorted.
Yep.
I think it's been the same bowling attack for 10 years.
8 years now.
Few years now. So I think it's the best bowling attack
in the world,
Australia,
for sure.
in the world, and they have Scott Boland Rousseau as well.
Yeah.
Who's done actually nothing wrong. He has pretty good test numbers, but it's just born in the wrong era. So
I think, look, again, this is what everyone's talking about India, is because when you look on paper, apart from the opening batsman issue Australia has, they don't have any other problems.
It's a settled line. Yeah. It's a settled lineup. It's been the same team. Core for a while now. Yeah.
You look at Usman Khawaja, it's like his batting. He looks stress-free, right? Any test match, I've never seen Usman Khawaja actually look like he's uncomfortable. So, and that's how the Australian team looks right now as well. They know what, it's one wicket. I know opening is a big thing, but it's the only one headache they've got in the team is who's going to be the opener. Yeah. If Nathan McSweeney doesn't perform well, they can bring in Marcus Harris.
Yep.
Or else everyone's got this new add-on for this new guy that under a 19-20-year-old guy.
Sam Constas, yeah.
I think Australia's
I would have a hard-on from him. Have you seen his hair?
Huh?
Have you seen his hair?
I've only seen his batting, guys. I know.
His hair looks amazing.
So,
he has the hair of a Hollywood superhero, Thor-like. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the only problem I can see in the team. The only other couple of issues. If you start digging in more into Australian team, is they haven't played a test match in a year.
In a year, yeah.
So a massive gap.
But unlike the Indian players, what do?
They actually score for County and Sheffield and stuff.
Play. I mean, all the players that have been playing in the test squad have played Sheffield Shield.
Yeah.
So they have some kind of red ball cricket leading up to it.
Yeah.
And they've taken this series in priority so much that they didn't care about playing the final ODI against Pakistan.
Exactly. So
no one gives a shit about Pakistan, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I think now again we're going more into controversy.
Let it be, bro. I'm an Australian citizen by passport. You have nothing against it. Go for it.
But yeah, I think like it still tells you like they don't have that real game experience for a year. The other point is form. Steve Smith and Ravishing, they're two key batsmen. They haven't made a ton in. No matter of fact, they haven't played a test match in a year. I think they've scored tons here and there. I think Smith made one against South Africa. Last last summer. And then I think Ravishing made one in Ashes.
Yep.
So they haven't performed to the standards that what they're used to. I think Smith was scoring a ton every
Smith's
second
last
test.
century was against Sri Lanka in 2022.
Sri Lanka, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing. And they're similar to India then.
Yeah.
When it comes to batting lineup, the same kind of headaches.
Yeah, we have Kohli and Smith who's not
not performing
well.
You've got the same, Travis Head and Rishabh Pant, the frame, they come in, they can change the game within a couple of sessions.
Yep. Actually, my bad. Smith's last ton was in the Ashes in 2023.
Right.
Yeah, in England. So that's also a while away.
Yeah. That's again still like it's been a while away. Given the fact that they haven't played test in a year.
Yeah.
It's still a while away. So there's a few things that's going against them as well.
Yeah.
But then home conditions. I don't think there's home conditions anymore when it comes to India and Australia because of the rivalry there is. I think India's done exceptionally well in Australia the last two series.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And even if Australia goes to India, because of how much IPO and stuff they play there, even Australia knows the conditions in India. I don't think that's one matter of fact to think about. My biggest question will be the age of the team. This is an aging Australian team.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Khawaja's. I think once the World Test Championship is done, I think Khawaja will.
I don't know how long Smith. I think Smith might be there for.
Smith might be there for a couple more years. He's only like 34 something. So
I think the biggest thing I'm seeing is the bowlers. They're all aging bowlers.
I think Stark is coming towards it. I think Hazelwood's still at the peak of his
Very
powers.
young, yep.
Cummins,
yeah.
He's going to be around for like next 5 or 6 years at least.
I think I'll turn out
Yeah. Nathan Lyon, so he's like 37 now.
Yeah.
So again, I think after the World Test Championship, we might also see him make his way as well.
So I think the biggest thing I'll see is managing their fast bowlers. Because that is the core team.
True.
But you can't, and they're gonna play the core players.
And here's what you mean by fast bowling lineup. So even if one of these guys have to be rested or get injured, you have someone like Boland coming in. You have like a Lance Morris. No one knows about him. Yeah. But I've heard good stuff about him. Him being pacey, especially on his bouncy wickets, he'll be a handful.
Definitely.
And then you still have Michael Neeser. Yeah.
Michael Neeser. Well, I think he's injured after the India A series.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
I don't think he's ruled out, but he is definitely injured.
Fair enough.
But he's again born in the wrong era for sure.
Born in the wrong era, yeah. So you still have a lot of, and then if Nathan Lyon, God forbid something happens to him, or please something God happens to him, you have Tom Murphy. Tom Murphy, a decent off spinner.
Or you got Ollie Pope.
Yeah. He plays in England.
No. There's another Pope. I forgot. Lloyd Pope or something.
Lloyd Pope.
It says some guy, some spinner, but I forgot his name.
Lloyd. Why will he be playing for Australia Test cricket?
He was great under 19. He's actually good. He plays for South Australia.
He played under 19 when you were 19. So
yeah, but he's performing well in the Shields.
Lloyd Pope is not going to play.
But Tom Murphy.
Yeah.
But then I think look, I think Nathan Lyon and stuff he's gonna be there.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing would be Mitchell Starc might come off in Adelaide, and then Scott Bowen might come in or MCG.
Yep.
But then I think Australia's set. Apart from the openers.
Yep.
I don't think they have an issue. If
100%.
If Smith comes into form, I think it's gonna be a long day for the Indian.
Long day, right?
Yeah.
Long day, long month.
Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, like, call me selfish, or I really wish that we see the repeat of 2014-15, where Smith and Corey were making tons for fun.
Oh yeah.
One last time. I think that would be great for Test cricket.
Mm.
I think, yeah, forget who wins the series.
Mm.
If Smith and Corey start performing, I think it'll be a good entertaining summer.
It would be, but let's start something for the bowlers. You know, I think when bowlers are taking wickets, Test matches is
For
completely
sure. I think you gotta get the 20 wickets. Who do you think will be the most wicket taker?
Yeah, I can't. I think Hazelwood's going to be the leading wicket taker. Yeah, I think he's in pretty good form. He's 33.
Yeah.
So, and he's been having a good year.
Yeah.
So,
He's surprisingly in crazy form in white ball.
Yeah.
I never rated him as a white ball bowler, but this year
I think Hazelwood is going to have a good summer.
Yeah.
Coming up, 5 Test matches, and again with the way the Indian team is right now, if you have some guy that's just bowling in that one spot the whole day, they're going to give you wickets.
I think the Indian players are going to go chasing for it.
Yeah. So, before we wrap up, all right, I just want to, as usual, as they do in all these shows, what's your prediction? But before that, let's just talk about the entire context of this series. India needs to win 4-0 if they're to make the World Test Championship.
Yeah.
Right? That's like, Sachin
saying that actually.
Fair enough. Self-rest, yeah. I was gonna say something else, but there you go, fair enough. That's like him wanting to be 6 foot 3. 4-0 in Australia is possible. Is that possible?
Like, I can see India winning 2-1. If I want India to win, I think it'll either be 2-1 or I don't think I'm going to see them win 4-0.
4-0, yeah.
I think that's beyond reach.
Because if this series goes shit, not as planned, it's going to be the end of an era. You're going to have in Indian Test cricket, you're going to have, because I think it will be like the last time you would see Ashwin, Jadeja, Kohli and Rohit Sharma all playing together. From what I've heard, they're going to at least drop 2 players after the Australian series if shit goes crap. So
yeah, look, I don't see it happening. It's sad, but the reality is that I don't think India is going to make it to the World Test Championship anymore. You can't get whitewashed at home and expect to be playing in the finals. Yeah.
So forget about the World Test Championship. Just focus on.
I think that's a different topic about coaching.
But it's still an achievement, nevertheless. If you win the series,
win, yes. I mean,
no matter what margin it is,
exactly,
a win in Australia is still
as you said, the context. Australia hasn't won a Gavaskar Trophy in 4 series.
In 4 series. In 2014 was the last time they won it. Yeah.
So it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years for them. Yeah.
India has defeated them 2 years
in a row in Australia. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be still stinging for Australia. I think they're
definitely
a bit of venom to get that back. So if India wins again, I think they'll be the first or second team to win 3 times in a row in Australia.
100%, yeah.
So it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy achievement. Even 2-1, whatever it is, yeah. But 4-0,
no, not at all. Not a chance.
No chance. I don't think you're forcing a very well-settled team.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think my prediction is Australia winning. I think lack of confidence in the team, lack of form, lack of positive intent. I don't think the coach and the captain has that what Kohli had.
You just hate Gambhir.
I just don't see him having. I don't think it's
coach, yeah.
So I don't think that will be wrong Gambhir.
For Rom Gambhir.
If you guys actually end up winning, I would take the team. I'm open to be wrong, but I just don't see it.
As if Gambhir has to watch this interview, he has to get enraged by you.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I think Gambhir, I know you don't smile, but hopefully this makes you more angry watching this.
நீ சொல்ற உனக்கே புரியுதான்னு தெரியல.
In the last so Gambhir could be wrong.
Anyhow, bro, my mouth's hurting now. I think I spoke enough for the day.
What's your prediction? And your prediction?
I would love to see a good farewell to I've seen these guys growing up. know. So I would like to see a good farewell. I would like to see at least like a 3-1 win. But India
Right.
3-1. But let's be honest here. If I have to be honest, I think Australia is going to win a 3-1. To be honest, yeah.
I'm saying Australia 3-1 or 2-1.
Australia 3-1 or 2-1. It's a 5 test match series. You're saying there's gonna be 2 draws.
I think there'll be at least 1 draw. I think MCG.
I think that's what I'm saying. 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
I think MCG and SCG usually becomes a draw.
Yeah.
SCG
With the rain. Yeah.
So I think that you can confirm as one of the draws. And then I'd say MCG
with the dead pitch. Yeah. Sweet. We'll wrap it up by me shooting my shots. I'm back shots in Sachin's mouth. Hey.
Yep. We'll end it right there, guys.
Peace, guys. See you later. I don't know what it is.